Please watch the full video and read the pinned comment before giving this a go yourself. This tutorial is for both the PC and Shack versions of Pavlov, and will always be up to date as the Pavlov mod kit won't be receiving any large updates that would change the basic process of making a mod. In Place Actors, search for Pavlov push settings and drag this into your level. Attacker starting tickets, max tickets, and defender starting tickets should all be self-explanatory. If max attacker tickets is set to -1, there won't be a cap. In most cases, you'll want to make sure Use Defender Tickets is disabled, as defenders don't have any vanilla method of regaining tickets. So on longer maps that use defender tickets, the defenders will almost always lose. Award tickets per objective will have the value set in tickets per wave awarded to the attackers after an individual objective is captured. If this is not ticked, then the value in tickets per wave will only be awarded when all objectives in that stage are captured. You can set the default player skins per team. Unfortunately, it is not possible in vanilla to set player skins per class. However, this can be achieved with mods. I'll be showing this in another video. Use World War II items sets the lockers to use the World War II variant of the syringes, knives, and medkits. If this is not ticked, they will give the player the modern day variants. By default, the game might spawn the loadout rooms in a location that would overlap with the playable area, so it's important to manually set where they will spawn. Tick Override Loadout Location for both loadouts. Drag an empty actor into your scene and position it at the intended location for your loadout room. Once positioned right, copy its location under Details. Return to your push settings and paste the value into Loadout Spawn Location. Repeat that for the other team's loadout room. It should also be mentioned that you don't have to manually add a loadout room to your map. The loadout rooms are spawned automatically by the game mode at the location you set in the push settings. Search for Pavlov Push Loadout Proxy in Place Actors and drag it into your level. If team ID is set to -1, this set of loadouts will be used for both teams. If you set the team ID specifically for 0 or 1, you'll need to duplicate this loadout proxy and assign the duplicate to the opposite team. Click the plus symbol by Push Loadout to add a class. Vanilla Push can only have up to 7 different classes per team. These are counted starting at 0, so Loadout 6 is the 7th loadout. You can add more than 7 to the list, but these won't actually appear in game. Open the drop-down box for one of the loadouts. Loadout title is the class's name. Primary hand, primary back, and secondary are where you set the IDs for that class's guns or items. If Spawn with default attachments is ticked, the gun in the player's primary hand will have its default attachments. In most cases, this only needs to be ticked for guns with scopes. The knife slot drop-down box gives you several options for what to spawn in that class's left pouch. If a medkit or ammo crate was assigned to this class, once it has run out, a new one will spawn in the player's left pouch after several minutes. Pavlov has 9 chest slots. You can add more than 9 to the array, but anything past 9 won't be included. It should also be mentioned that in push, a player can only manually equip 3 grenades at a time. So if your class has more than 3 grenades, players won't be able to put them back on their chest. The tick boxes for spawn with meds and spawn with syringe are self-explanatory. The drop-down box for spawn with mine lets you give the player either an anti-tank or anti-personnel mine. Health, armor, and helmet should all be self-explanatory. Max players with Loadout is the default maximum number of players who can use this class at a single time. Max player multiplier is the value that dynamically scales this class's max players as new players join. Setting this to 0 will prevent the number from increasing at all. The objective ID is the stage you're at in the campaign. The objective marker is the individual bomb or capture sites within that stage. You can have a maximum of 9 total stages, labelled 0 to 8. Each stage can have up to 6 individual objectives marked A to F. If you want more than 6 objectives in a stage, then you'll need to reuse existing objective markers. Go to Custom Map Tools Content, Blueprints, Push, Advanced Objective. Drag BP Push Advanced Objective example into your level. This is an objective blueprint. Look at the section for Push Bomb Objective. This is where you set the objective ID and marker, as well as the explosion settings. Bomb explosion time is how long it takes for the bomb to go off once the attackers have planted on that objective. If you want to have a mesh in the scene that gets destroyed after the bomb goes off, drag BP Push Objective Actor into your level. You can assign these actors to an objective by setting the objective actor reference. The mod kit includes an alternative capture zone objective. You can find this in Custom Map Tools Content, Blueprints, Push, Cap Area Objective. In Place Actors, search for Push Spawn and drag a Pavlov Push Spawn into your level. These don't behave the same as normal Pavlov spawns, as they are tied to push objective IDs and only work in the push game mode. Search for Out of Bounds in Place Actors. This volume lets you restrict an area to one or both teams. If you assign an Out of Bounds volume to an objective, the volume will only become active when the specified objective is active. If you found this video helpful, a like and subscription would be appreciated.